What happens when one of NASCAR's biggest stars suddenly explodes with frustration after a dramatic race incident? Did a single moment at Phoenix push Joey Logano to the edge, or was this tension building for weeks? Fans were stunned when tempers flared after a chaotic finish that involved Ross Chastain and changed the tone of the entire weekend. But the story didn't end on the track. A pit stop mistake, a loose wheel, and a harsh NASCAR penalty suddenly turned this situation into one of the most talked about moments of the season. And now many fans are asking one big question: is Joey Logano finally done dealing with NASCAR drama? The NASCAR weekend at Phoenix Raceway was expected to be a routine race in the early part of the season. Instead, it quickly turned into a headline, making controversy involving Joey Logano, Ross Chastain, and a pit crew mistake that triggered one of NASCAR's strictest safety penalties. The combination of an aggressive on-track battle, a dramatic pit stop issue, and NASCAR's rule enforcement created a storm of reactions from fans, analysts, and teams across the garage. And to understand why this moment became such a huge story, we need to rewind to how the race unfolded. BC and DOFTH race. Phoenix Raceway is one of the most technical short tracks on the NASCAR schedule. Drivers must balance tire management, track position, and precise pit strategy to stay competitive. Throughout the race, Joey Logano looked strong. His car showed solid speed during long runs, and the team's strategy kept him within striking distance of the leaders. But Phoenix is known for tight racing, and aggressive moves often decide the outcome. That's exactly what happened when Logano found himself battling Ross Chastain late in the race. KY racy moments. As the laps wound down, tension on the track started building. Ross Chastain is known for his fearless racing style. He often pushes the limits to gain positions, which has made him both exciting and controversial among fans. During one of the final restarts, Chastain made a bold move entering the corner while battling Logano. The two drivers raced side by side through the turn, each trying to secure the best line exiting the corner. And then the moment happened. Logano was forced slightly off his preferred line, costing him valuable momentum and several positions. For a driver fighting for track position at Phoenix, that moment can completely change the outcome of a race. THENCIDNTXPION. From Logano's perspective, the move felt overly aggressive. After the race, he made it clear he wasn't happy about how things unfolded. In post-race comments, Logano explained that racing hard is part of NASCAR, but there is a balance between aggressive driving and respecting competitors. Ross Chastain, however, had a different view. For him, the move was simply a racing moment, the kind that happens every week in NASCAR when drivers fight for position. Moments like this are common in the sport, but when they involve high-profile drivers, the conversation spreads quickly across the racing world. And while that debate was already heating up, something else happened that made the situation even bigger. Earlier in the race, Logano's team experienced a pit stop problem that would later become extremely important. During one of the routine pit stops, the crew changed tires and sent the car back onto the track. But soon after rejoining the race, officials noticed something concerning. One of the wheels was not fully secured. In NASCAR, a loose wheel is considered a serious safety issue because it can come off and create dangerous situations on the track. That's why the rule about loose wheels is extremely strict. NASCAR's penalty, according to NASCAR regulations, if a car leaves pit road with a loose wheel, the penalty does not only affect the driver. The pit crew members responsible for the tire change are automatically suspended. This rule was introduced to ensure teams follow precise safety procedures during pit stops. After reviewing the situation, NASCAR confirmed that Logano's team had violated the loose wheel rule. The result was a 2-race suspension for the pit crew members involved in the tire change. For any team competing at the highest level of NASCAR, losing key pit crew members, even temporarily, can be a huge setback. As soon as the news spread, NASCAR fans immediately started discussing the situation online. Some fans believed the penalty was fair because safety rules must be enforced consistently. Others felt the punishment was harsh, especially considering how quickly pit crews must work during races. The on-track clash between Logano and Chastain also fueled debate. Some viewers sided with Logano, arguing that drivers should show more caution in tight battles. Others supported Chastain, saying aggressive racing is exactly what makes NASCAR exciting. Moments like this show how passionate the NASCAR fan base truly is. I'm umpeftion for Team Penske. The penalty meant immediate adjustments. When pit crew members are suspended, teams must quickly bring in replacements to handle pit stop duties. Even the smallest delay during a pit stop can cost valuable track position. That means the team must work hard to maintain performance while temporarily changing their lineup. In a sport where races can be decided by fractions of a second, pit stop consistency is critical, and losing experienced crew members, even for just 2 races, can create major challenges. Tej Kota Ras context. The timing of the penalty was especially important because the NASCAR schedule was heading toward the Circuit of the Americas, often called Kyoto. Kyoto is very different from Phoenix. It's a road course with technical corners, elevation changes, and long braking zones. Drivers must adapt their racing style completely compared to oval tracks. For teams dealing with pit crew adjustments, preparing for a challenging track like Kyoto adds even more pressure. Every detail matters when competing on a complex road course. Ras que estas carrera anda detrás león. While the Phoenix incident created controversy, it also highlighted something about Ross Chastain's racing philosophy. Chastain has built his career by pushing hard and taking opportunities whenever they appear. He started his NASCAR journey with limited resources and gradually worked his way into top-level competition. That determination is part of what makes him such a competitive driver today. Even though aggressive moves sometimes create tense moments with other drivers, they also show his commitment to fighting for every position on the track. And in NASCAR, that determination is often what separates good drivers from great ones. In the end, the Phoenix race delivered exactly what NASCAR fans expect from the sport: intense battles, emotional reactions, and storylines that continue long after the checkered flag. Joey Logano's frustration, Ross Chastain's aggressive racing, and the loose wheel penalty combined to create one of the most talked about moments of the season. But NASCAR moves quickly. With upcoming races, including the challenging event at Circuit of the Americas, teams must shift their focus back to performance and strategy. The season is still long, and every race offers new opportunities. For Logano, the goal remains the same: compete at the highest level and fight for victories. For Chastain, it's about continuing to race with determination and proving he belongs among the sport's top competitors. And for NASCAR fans, moments like Phoenix are exactly why this sport never stops being exciting. Because in NASCAR, anything can happen the moment the green flag drops.